Okay, let me recap. Okay, 2 minutes. Okay, so our goal is like, as part of this workshop, I want to create one simple React application by using Gemini models. Okay, so our agenda is like, create React application. In the React application, I want to create a user interface. It's a kind of give the prompt message when text box is required. Whenever I click on the submit button, I want to send this particular input to my Gemini model and get that response. And that response I want to show to the end user. To communicate with the Gemini model, I need like a Gemini API key. Okay, that's like a public. Just you can go to Gemini.ai. Okay, one website is there, google.gemini.ai. You can go there, you can create the API key. How to create, I will show you. You can find different public models are there. Okay, you can find one model based on your requirement, and you can send a request to that particular model, get the response and display that response. You can ask any number of questions. Okay, this is our actual agenda. Now let's start with our actual session. Now tell me, what is prompt? Nowadays we heard about like prompt engineering. Okay, there has one role also there. What is prompt? Okay, if you go to any GPTC, Chat GPT or Gemini, if you go to Chat GPT or Gemini, whatever it is, let's log in. Now you can go to the Gemini also. Now see here, if you ask some question, okay, about use state hook, whatever you type the message, whatever you pass as an input to my GPT, okay, that particular message we can say like a prompt simply. Okay, that's like a normal terminology in English, prompting. Okay, this how effectively you are asking the questions. Okay, the same way you can get the response. The way of asking the questions also very important. Okay, so this is okay. This message is there now. Whatever the message you are giving to your model, okay, that message you can say like a prompt message. Okay, who is going to build? Okay, effectively, if you want to build the prompt messages and everything, okay, you should have some knowledge. Talk with AI tools. Same like this, it's like one GPT, okay, gemini.google.com. It's given by, okay, Gemini people, okay, Google people. This is the URL, gemini.google. Yes, you know, okay, the next one is like most of the people are using like Chat GPT, right? Okay, here also you can see, okay, the prompt messages. Okay, let me log in. Now, prompting is nothing but just you can talk. A prompt can refer a piece of text, okay, that we can say like input or query or question is used to instruct to the model or a system like AI. Okay, if you give some input as like a prompt message, just you can get the output or not. Yes or no? Okay, that is nothing but a prompt. So here, okay, just I'm going to ask some question like use state. Whatever the message you typed here, okay, that is nothing but what? It's like a prompt message only or not. Okay. Now our requirement also same. I want to create one React application. In my React application, just I have one text box like this. Okay. Whenever I enter some question, okay, same like this, use state is there now. Whenever I enter some, okay, prompt here, if I submit, then the time you get this output, right? Same like this, I want to create my own React application. Just I want to create my own application. That particular application, wherever you want to integrate, you can integrate. For example, you can come here. Okay, you can take our website like a kalamschools.com. Now here, see how I can help you. This is like one kind of React, okay, same application only I integrated in my web application kalamschools.com. If I ask some question about use state book, okay, if I click on this one, now you can get the answer here or not. You can ask any type of question here. So you can create one simple application. You can create one simple application. Just that application you can integrate wherever you want, like this. Got my point? Okay, now come here. See, I given like some prompt which is related to what? Okay, just use state hook I want. So you can get this kind of response or not. So my goal is like, okay, by using React, I want to create my own application. That application, wherever you want, you can integrate. Okay, understood everyone up to here? So what is prompt? Okay, prompt is nothing but just you can talk with your AI tool. Okay, some message you have to pass, right? Some inputs you have to give, some queries you have to ask, right? That message you can say like a prompt. Okay, now some terminologies you can, okay, what is model and everything you have to understand. Okay, just spend okay 5 to 10 minutes on that. Okay, prompt is nothing but okay, just talk with your AI tool. Okay, how you are talking, your language, okay, your input, your query, we can say like a prompt. Now what is ML? Okay, you said like Gemini models and everything, right? The terminology you used like models, right? What is model actually? What is model? What is machine learning? A very simple thing. Okay, where exactly we are going to use this particular machine learning models? Model is nothing but, don't think more. Okay, it's like one program only. Okay, in data science terminology, we are using the terminology like model, algorithm, this kind of terminologies we are going to use. Okay, that is also one kind of program only. Don't think more about that one. Okay, so here, where exactly we are going to use machine learning, okay, it's a subset of AI. Okay, it is under AI only. It enables the system to learn from the data. Okay, very simple. For example, based on some last year data, i want to predict I want to predict something. Okay, to this year, just I want to predict based on my previous year data. Okay, first what you have to do in this case, what you have to do first, the last year data is required or not? Last year data is required. Okay, once I have the last year data, okay, I have to analyze this data, I have to read this data or not. For that purpose, we are going to use some algorithms. We can say like terminology wise, those are like a models. Okay, those are like a models, you can say. Okay, now whenever you give this last year data to this particular program, okay, it is going to analyze. Now this particular model predict the future. Okay, the last year is something like this. Okay, the future year may be like that. It is going to predict. Okay, based on my previous data, we are going to write like one program. We given this programs to, okay, we given this data to that particular program. That program we are going to keep on training more. Okay, model training, we can say train the model. Train the model is nothing but what, we are giving the data, right? Okay, we are going to give some instructions. Okay, for example, you are the person. Okay, I'm telling some, I'm giving some knowledge to you. For example, you can take like a React only. Okay, just we are going to give like some instructions, right? Okay, like this, you have to learn all this stuff. Once you learn properly, then the time you are going to apply something. If I ask some question, you are going to answer it or not. Same kind of, I have some data, you have to give this data to my model. Okay, you can ask them to, okay, learn something from that particular data. Okay, like that you have to write code, some algorithms we have. Okay, in the data science, if you have an idea, you can use some algorithms. We have some data, we given this data to the model. We are going to ask that model, hey, okay, using that data, just you can get some training. Okay, you have to train that model. Once you train that model, now my model is like, okay, ready to give something. Okay, if you ask some questions on the data, it is ready to give some answers. So whatever the data I given, I train the model on that particular data. Now the data is like what? Okay, the model is like what? Completely trained. If I ask some question on the data, it is going to ready to answer or not. Okay, my previous year, okay, this data of my previous year, okay, whatever the data I given, okay, the model is like get trained. Now if I ask some questions, okay, hey, previous year is like this, right? Okay, the next year how it will be, then that time it is going to predict the future. So ML, machine learning, is used for that only. Okay, first you have to create one program, is nothing but a model. Whatever the previous data is there, you have to give the data to that model. Now my model is going to train it. Now, if I ask some question about the future, based on the previous data, it is going to predict the future. Okay. Now, if you see here, okay, my previous year, okay, predict the house prices based on the historical data. Okay, previous in that particular area. Okay, house prices how it will be in future, how it. Okay, in the past my data. Okay, my previous year my house prices are like that. In previous, okay, next in future, okay, how it will be like that, it is going to predict or not. So machine learning is used for, okay, just predict the future by using the current data or past data. Got my point? Here, terminology, the model is nothing but what you need. It's a normal program. That's it. Okay. Terminology wise, model is nothing but one program. Okay. Data science terminology, we are going to use like algorithm also. Algorithm also. Algorithm also one kind of program only. Okay. Simply it takes some previous data. It is going to train on that particular model and it is going to predict the future. For that purpose, we are going to use like a machine learning. Okay, here the thing is like I said like Gemini models like that, right? Okay, model is nothing but one program only. One program only. Okay, machine learning model, what he is going to do? Previous data it is going to take and predict the future. That's it. Same like this, it is like a subset to AI, right? We have deep learning also there. What is deep learning? ML and DL, and next one is like AI, Gen AI, like that, right? What is deep learning? Come on, it's like a mimics your human brain. Mimics your human brain is nothing but, okay, how your human brain is like think, same like that. Same like that. For example, if I show one cat picture to you, if I ask the question what is this one, you are going to answer like what, a cat or not, like that. Same like that, if I give an input, okay, one cat image to my model is going to give me the answer is like, okay, cat, this is the cat image, like that. Okay, how the human brain is going to think if I see something? Okay, my brain is thinking like, oh, this is like dog, this is like a cat, like that, right? Same like this, the same image if I give to the model, my model also think this is like a cat, this is like a dog image, like that. You have to get the answer. So deep learning is nothing but it mimics the human brain, the process complex data and everything. There is some network, there is some algorithms of their neural networks of related stuff. Data science, if you have an idea, you have, okay, you can get it easily. So the best example is like a image recognition. Okay, so deep learning, where exactly we are going to use like a mimics the human brain. Okay, the best example is like a image recognition or classification. So many things are there. Okay, that is about DL, deep learning. Here also the terminology we are going to use like a models. Model is nothing but what? One simple program. Okay, algorithm. It's a simple program. So the difference between ML and DL is what? ML, it takes the previous data. He trained on the data and predict the future based on the data. Here DL is like mimics the human brain. Okay, it's nothing but how the human is going to think. Same like that only it is going to think. Okay, if I ask some question, okay, if I show the image like that, it's going to give the answer is like a cat, like that. Okay, so this kind of models come under deep learning. The next one is like, what is AI? Okay, it's also the deep learning, the machine learning, everything is come under AI only, right? Okay, how the human last time, okay, my experience is this one, okay. In future, my experience may be like that. Okay, my brain is going to think or not. So my ML is subset to my AI, my DL also subset to my AI only. Okay, simulation of human intelligence by machines. Okay, how the human is working, same like this, my machine is going to work. Okay, best example is like chatbots. The next one is like our machine is going to play a chess. Okay, then that time, okay, he's also play like what? One opponent only, right? Okay, human only, right? So that application also what? One simple AI application or not? Chatbots, okay, these vehicles all are come under AI only. So ML is the subset of AI and my DL also subset of AI only. Okay, if you learn ML, okay, that is come under AI only. If you learn DL, that is also come under AI only or not. Okay, what is generative AI? What is generative AI? Okay, it is like simple. Nowadays we are using like Chat GPT, Gemini AI. Is all or like what? Gen AI is only, generative AI is only or not? Okay, AI that generates the text, image, audio, video. Okay, based on your inputs, they are going to generate some output for us or not. Okay, there has some models, okay, GPT, generative pre-train transfer, okay, this is also one model, this is also one model. They are going to give, based on your inputs, they are going to generate some text, audio, video, like that or not, some images also. These all are come under what, generative AIs or not. Okay, chat GPT is come under, Gemini come under generative AI only or not. Understood? Okay, terminology is okay, right? The model is nothing but it's simple one program. Okay, if it is like a machine learning, that is something like previous data, it is going to analyze and predict the future. Deep learning, okay, it is like mimics the human brain, how the human is like thinking, same like this it is going to think and give the answer. Okay, AI, ML, and DL come under AI only, human intelligence. Generative AI is nothing but it's going to generate some text, okay, based on your input, generate some images, generate some audio. Now we are going to create like one generative AI, okay, using Gemini. Okay, generative AI simple React application using Gemini models or not. Okay. Now the next one is like, on top of this one, we have the data science. Okay, it's a combination of all these things. Okay, it is okay, combines some mathematics, okay, some domain knowledge, some data. It is going to analyze, okay, a large data sets, okay, all this stuff. Okay, the data science is like, you can say like a superset, just it is going to add, okay, some machine learning models, deep learning models, and something like, okay, mathematics, all this involved. Okay, it's a kind of one program, all are involved here, all are involved here just to analyze the data and everything. If you want to learn this data science, the key tools are like what, most of the times we are going to write the code in Python, right? Okay, or language. Okay, basic things, these are the key tools are required. The data where in the SQL, okay, tableau for graphical representation purpose. Okay, these are the key tools you have to learn. Okay, terminology is okay, right? These all are okay, but I want to convince like, what is model? Don't think like model is like already one program which is like already trained. If I ask some question, okay, that does already trained, right? So that he is going to give the answer to me, that's it. Agreed? Now come here, first come to our stuff. Okay, just I want to create like one React application. Okay, let me create, okay, real quickly the React application. So let's go here. Okay, let me create the React application. Workshop. Oh, how you want me to create? There has some commands are there to create the React application. Just I want to go with the next application, npx create next app. Okay, React Gemini AI. Okay, something like this you can. Okay, now it is going to ask some questions. Okay, just you can answer it. Create next app. Okay, you have multiple ways to create a React application. Okay, create React app, that is also one command, you can use it, no problem at all. But that command is not suggested to use it, so that you can go with the next. TypeScript you want, no. Okay, you can say no, 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 no. Okay, now it is going to generate one basic skeleton of your application. Okay, that is like a Next.js application. Now see, the application is creating. Just let me open that application in our VS Code editor. Let me open that application here, file, open folder. This is our workshop, React Gemini AI. Let's open this. Okay, I don't want. Okay. Now once it is done, you can run that application. Yeah. Now, once you created an application, you can install some required libraries. For example, if you want to make it like look and feel, you can go with the Bootstrap. You are using like Gemini models, right? So that you can use, okay, one Gemini model related library also. That library we have to install it. The next one is like, I want to generate the API key. So let's go with this website. The website is like ai.google.dev. So let me open that. ai.google.dev. Okay, this is the one. Yeah. So this is the official website. It takes so much time. Okay, that's okay. Yeah, this is our actual website. Explore models in Google AI Studio. See this? The models. Models is nothing but what? It's a kind of already one program they written. That program is like completely trained. If you ask any question, they are ready to give the answer or not. Okay, they are like well trained. They are like well trained means their answers also that much accurate or not. Yes or no? So that models are like well trained. Now explore the models. Click on that explore the models. Okay. If you not log in, okay, you have to log in with your Google account. See, I already logged in so that I can directly get the API key. Just you can click on the get API key. If you want to generate the new API key, you can create a new API key. I already generated that the reason I have this, so you can take this one. Okay. After that, I'm going to change it. I'm going to delete this one. I can create a new API key. Okay. I can create the new API key. So just you can copy this. Okay. You can keep this API key somewhere. You can keep this API key somewhere. Okay, this API key I want to use to connect with my Gemini models. Now, already they created some models. Those are already trained, right? Just check for that models. Okay, here API documentation, you can go. Now here, see there has a section models. Okay, there has a section models, right? Now click on this models. Click on this models. Now these many models already created by the Google people. So the model is, the name is like Gemini 2.0 Flash. The model name is this one. It's take audio as an input, images as an input, video and text as an input, and generate the text image. Okay, generate the text. It is not generate the images, that is like coming soon. It is not generate the output as like an audio, that is also coming soon, they said. Okay, this is the like latest one, and it is like that something like stable. The model name is like Gemini 1.5. It's like a flash. Okay, it take audio, images, video and text also as an input, but the output they generated as like a normal text. Output generated like a normal text. So these many models already they created. The latest one is like 2.0 flash. Okay, Gemini 2.4. Okay, that is output is like a text only, but in future maybe they generate the outputs like images, audio also. So this one you can use. Anyway, we are going to work with the text. So Gemini 1.5 flash, this particular model I want to use it. Okay, in my React application I want to use this particular model. Okay, so those two things you have to take from this particular website. Now just check the application created or not created. So my application created. So let me close this one. This is not required for me. Okay. Now already you open it, right? Let me run the application. So how we can run this application? We have one command npm run dev is the command to run the next.js application. So let me add these commands here. You can try your own. Okay, how we can run this application? npm run dev is the command. npm run dev is the command. In your command prompt, just you can run this command. After that, install the required libraries. Okay, which libraries are required? To make it like look and feel, I want to use like a bootstrap. And to connect with the Gemini API, okay, Gemini models, I have one more library is there. That library also I want to install it. So first, I want to install bootstrap library. So you can open one more command prompt here. I'm going to share this video. You can try later. npm install bootstrap. Okay, just I want to make it like look and feel. That the reason just I use like bootstrap. npm install bootstrap. The next one is like to connect with the Gemini model, we can use another one. We can use another library also. For now, just hold. Now come here. Once you created your application, the next one is like what? Design user interface to accept the prompt message and show the output. So I want to design one simple text box and one button. If I click on the button, whatever the prompt message you given to the Gemini model take the message and generate the response and give the response back to my React application. My React application has to display that response or not. Okay, that is the one. So create the text box first. So now it is going to run localhost 3000 is the port number. Now still it is compiling. Just wait. And meanwhile, you can come here. Now see, there has multiple models over there. Okay, these are the models. Any one of the model you can try. Any one of the model you can try. Now I said like to connect with your Gemini models by using our React application or okay, node application. We have one library called as @google generative AI is the library to connect with your Gemini models from your node.js. Okay, we have the library is what? @google generative AI is the library. This library you have to install it. This library you have to install it. Okay, we can install this library whenever you click on the button. Now see, this is my user intro. Okay, this is my next application landing page. I don't want this landing page as per my requirement. Just I want one text box. So you can go with that. So go to the my page, whatever the code they written. Okay, this is the landing page. Okay, I don't want to go into this next.js application structure. Okay, just you can go here. Now you can write some code. Okay, vts. Now see, you can see that vts here. Okay, so this is only the landing page. You can think like that. Now whatever the css, okay, we have. Okay, I don't want that one. Just you can delete it. Whatever the css you have, just you can delete it. Now in the global css also, that is the previous, okay, the existing one, just you can delete it. So this is my landing page. Now as per my requirement, just I want like one text box, one button is required. Text box is used for okay prompt message. Button, whenever I click on the button, just I want to send okay this prompt message to the Gemini model. That is the goal. So create one text box. So let me go to page.js. Okay, now here my class name, just you can put like a container fluid. Okay, this is like a bootstrap one. This is like a bootstrap one. Okay, just you can write like one h1. Okay, you can write some heading here. You can give some heading here. The heading is okay, this is the one. Okay, let me take this one. You can create different components. At this moment not required, just you can create. I want this one in the center, so that I want to use like the bootstrap class like a text center. I want bg color is like a primary, and I want okay, my text color is like a white, like this. Now by default my bootstrap is not applicable here, so that you have to import the bootstrap. So import, already you installed bootstrap now. Bootstrap dist css, my bootstrap.css, just you can import here. Okay, now save this one. Now go to your page. Okay, now it looks like this. Now I want to give some gap and everything, so you can give it. Okay, I want to give some padding. Okay, x3, padding x3, uh, y3 you can give. Content to border gap you can get it. Content to border gap you can get it simply. After this, just I want okay, one button, one text box. So you can create one button and one text box. My class name equals to row. This is like a bootstrap one. Okay, if you don't know, don't worry, just you can see. Okay, div, my class name equals to call sm. Just I want to use like 5 and prompt message. Okay, here I need a div class name equals to okay, call sm, okay, 4 or whatever it is, one text box I want. Okay, my class name equals to what I can say, form control. These all are like bootstrap related stuff. Okay, now come here. Now it is looks like this. Now this prompt I want in the right side, so text end is the one. Okay, now here I need some gap, so that margin top 3, okay, or margin y3, top and bottom you can get it. Okay, now I don't want this much, you can give like a 4. Okay, now after this one I need a button, so div, okay, call my class name equals to call sm4. Here I need like one button. Okay, okay, just you can write like a button, submit. I want to give some class name also, btn primary. This is like a grid system in bootstrap, if you have an idea. Okay, you can understand. Now there has something like this, right? Okay, horizontal scroll. I don't want that horizontal scroll. For that purpose, just I want to use a container class. Now if you come here, there is no scroll, nothing. There is no scroll, nothing. Now if I enter use state about use state hook. Okay, if I click on the submit button, okay, that about use state hook is there now. That related answer has to come. Okay, not only about use state, any type of question you can ask. I want to get the answer. So if you want to get the answer, one person, okay, should trained on all these questions or not. Who is going to train? Okay, there has some model prepared by Gemini people or Chat GPT. Okay, those models already trained. You can communicate with that model. You can ask this question to them, so that they are going to give the answer to us or not. So that they are going to give the answer to us or not. Yes or no? So now if I click on the submit button, I want to perform some operation. At the same time, if I enter some data, okay, that is nothing but a prompt message here. Okay, this is nothing but a prompt message. This is nothing but a prompt message or not? Yes or no? Okay, now this prompt message I want to store, and I want to handle the click event. So those two things first you can complete it. First, I want to handle the click event. So you can write like a click, okay, handle click, okay, or handle submit, handle submit. So let's create one function handle submit. It is going to work or not. If you want to check, simply you can check. Okay, handle submit. If it is like a Next.js application, by default it is going to render it in the server, but the click event, okay, this event interactions happen in the browser is nothing but a client. So that this component you have to make it like a client component. In Next.js, if you want to make it like a client, we have one decorator is there. Use client is the decorator. Now, if I click on the submit, now see it is working as expected or not. Now, whenever you enter the data, that prompt message I want to store somewhere. So constant, okay, I want to use one state variable here. I want to use one state variable. Okay, if you have an idea on React, no issues, you can easily understand. Okay, this is my use state hook. Okay, by default my prompt message is like an empty. By default my prompt message is like an empty. Now, whenever you do some change, I want to listen those changes. How we can listen those changes? Using on change event. So handle change. Now, can I write a constant handle change? Okay, done. In React, whenever you trigger an event, any event, whenever you trigger an event, you can get the event object. So you can get the event object. That particular data I want to store here. So how we can store, the state variable updation, we can do it event dot target dot value like this. Now whenever you submit, now you can check the prompt message, you're getting the prompt message or not. Now let me refresh the page. Now about use state hook, about use state hook. Now if I click on the submit, now see my prompt message in your hand or not. Now this prompt message to whom I have to give, this prompt message to whom I have to pass. This prompt message you have to give it to your Gemini model or not. Yes or no? This particular prompt message you have to give it to your Gemini model or not. So how we can give it to the Gemini model? I want to connect with the Gemini model. For that we have a library is there. For that we have a library is there. What is my library? Okay, which library you want me to use? This is completed, right? Create a text box and container display. Okay, display the response. Okay, I need a container, we can add that container. Okay, enter the question and click on the submit button. All this stuff is working as expected. So I generated the API key also. The next one is like I found one model, I want to use like a 1.5 flash. This model I want to use it to communicate with my Gemini model. We have the library called as what? At the rate Google generative AI. Okay, this library I want to install it in my application. So let me install that more. Okay, that library. So already bootstrap library you installed, right? Same like that you can install, okay, your generative AI library. Okay, now let me click on it. Now this library is like installing. Okay, all the libraries. Okay, what's wrong with this one? At the rate is not there now. Okay, this library, if you're not fine, then the time you can get this kind of error. Now this library exactly matched, so that that library is installing. So just wait for a few seconds. Yes, it's like installed. Once it is like installed, now you can check the libraries which are installed here. See, okay, my bootstrap I installed, and generative AI I installed. And here React to React DOM, it's like a Next.js application. See, Next also framework built on top of React DOM. So these two libraries I installed. Okay, let's go to your what I can say, your page.js. Okay, the next one is what? You have to import that particular, you have to import that particular library. Okay, so can I import it? Just you can import it, Control C. Now come here, you can import that library. From that library I want Google generative AI. Okay, this member I want. Library is nothing but what? Library is nothing but, okay, it's a simple JavaScript file which contains variables, so methods, so classes and everything. Here Google generative AI is which type, Google generative AI is which type? If you observe here, Google generative AI is which type? New Google generative AI, it is like which type? It's like a class type or not? It is like a class type or not? Yes or no? It is like a class type. So you can create an object for this particular class. Okay, let's go then. First, I want to take this piece of code. Okay, this operation I want to do whenever you click on the button or not, whenever you click on the button. So let me delete this alert, just you can paste here. Simple. Now see, you create an object for which class? Google generative AI class. It is expecting what? Your Gemini API key. Already you generated the API key or not? Let me take this one. Let me take this one. Control C. Now just you can add it. Okay, add it. Now you created an object. Now generative model. Okay, which model you want me to use to generate your output? The model name is what? Gemini. Okay, already we have the models list here. We have the models list here. Go to API documentation. In the API documentation, go to the models. In the models, which one you want? Okay, 2.0 Flash and Gemini hyphen 1.5 Flash. Okay, like this different models we have. So you can use this particular model. So how we can use it? See here. Okay, this is the model or not? The model name exactly you have to give it. Now the prompt message, okay, it's not hard coded one. Okay, I'm going to give the prompt message dynamically or not. So already that is in the text box I managed within my state variable, so that you can delete this one. Okay, the next one is like, whenever you have the prompt message, it has to generate that content or not? Who is going to generate the content for your message? Your model, right? Model is nothing but what? It's a program. It's like well trained on some data. Yes or no? It is going to generate some output based on your prompt message or not? So once my model generate the content based on your prompt, it takes some time. Okay, if it is take some time, okay, you have to wait for, okay, remaining, okay, next level operations or not. So my model generate content returns me the output as like a promise object. That the reason I handle that response promise object using await or then anything you can use. Whenever the method contains a await keyword, that time the method should be async, otherwise you can get the error like this. So once you get the message, okay, once you get the result, you can say that result just you can print it in the console for now. After that I want to print, okay, after this, okay, after this I want to print it. Okay, let's run it. Let's run it. Now come here, go to your application. This is the one. Now refresh it. Okay, about use state hook. About use state hook. Now you can inspect it. You can inspect it. Go to your network. Go to your network. Go to your console. Okay, whenever you click on the submit button, whenever you click on the submit button, which which code, which method is going to execute? This is the method is going to execute or not? Now you click on the submit button. Now see, now you can come to the next line. It create an object for the which class? Google generative AI class. Okay, no errors. From my Google generative AI, find the model. Okay, now you have the model. Okay, which model? Gemini 1.5 Flash. Now to that particular model, I ask it to generate the content to which message. What is my prompt message about the use state hook or not? Now it takes some time. Okay, meanwhile, okay, my browser is going to connect with the Gemini model. Now see, it is connecting with the Gemini model or not. Yes or no? Now it is like pending. It takes some time. Okay, now after some time, yes. Okay, now if you come here, if you go to the response, okay, you can see this is my response. Somewhere you can find the response. Now see, okay, your content, pods, text, this is your actual response or not. Once you have the response, that response you can print in the console. Now see, this is my response or not. Instead of printing the response in the console, okay, just I want to print here. Just I want to print here. Okay, so how we can print that response? Now I have the response, just I want to print that response here. So how we can print it? Here is my response. Okay, so how we can print? Just you can manage this response within one more state variable. So how we can constant my output to set output, okay, or response, whatever it is, use state. Now just you can write something like this, set output. Now this output I want to print. This output I want to print it. Okay, where you want me to print? Just inside this div, just you can print that output like this. Okay, now can you come here? Can you come here? Okay, just refresh the page. Now come here, use, okay, about use state hook. Now if I click on the submit, okay, one request go to your Gemini model from my browser. Okay, it's like still pending. Now you can get the response like this or not. Yes or no? This response, I want, okay, they are sending like in the format only. If I directly print like this, you missed that format or not. So if you want to maintain the same format, okay, just you can use the tags, okay, code and pre. Okay, inside this one, just you can print your stuff, your output, you can print it. Now, if you come here, now see the how output is how it looks like. Now let me about uh, use state hook. Now if I click on the submit, if I click on the submit, now one request go to your Gemini model, which is like already trained this type of questions so that he can easily answer it. So my use state hook is the React function like this. It's going to give output or not. Okay, the same kind of output, who can get it? The same kind of output, who can get it? The same kind of output, okay, by using chat GPT also you can get it, by using Gemini API also you can get it or not. Yes or no? Got my point? So now once you ask the question, okay, now this question, okay, I want to clear it. Okay, whenever you click on the submit button, it takes some time, right? Okay, meanwhile, just you can show one loader kind of. Now see, if I refresh the page, okay, about use state hook. Now see, if I click on the submit button, see, okay, it takes some time. It takes some time. Okay, after some time you get the response. Meanwhile, you have to show to the user, you have to tell to the end user, hey, some processing is going on in the background, like that you have to show or not. You have to convince or not to the end user. How you can, just you can show the loader kind of. Okay, one loader, okay, just, okay, loading one icon you can show. Okay, just you can create one simple loader component, or you can anything. Now let me create one loader. Loader dot, okay, in this page only you can create. I don't want to go with the next. Just create constant loader component. Okay, you can return one div. You can return one div. Okay, here you can show. one image. Okay, here you can show one image already. Next is there now, next just image you can. Now the source is equals to, okay, one loader you can take it from Google. Loader give for images like that. Any one of the image you can take it. Yeah, you can take this one. So can I save this image? Save image as. Okay. Now where you want me to place in the VTS, in the workshop, in the React Gemini. Now in the public folder, just you can write like loader. You can do save. You can do save. Okay. Let me go to the public folder. Loader GIF. Okay, this is my loader, right? Okay, why it's showing something like this? Generate plot loading. Okay. You can use. Okay, we'll see. If it is not work, then you can go with the next. Now go to where your page.js, image source equals to loader.gif. Loader.gif. Now come here, go to your application. Here is my loader. That loader component you not loaded, so that can we load that component here. At last, just you can load that loader component. So how we can load loader is my component. Like this you can load it. If it is like next.js image, you have to specify width and height for that. Width is like 100 and my height equals to 100, like this you can. Okay, you have to use loader GIF relative path. Now it looks like this or not. Okay, now I don't want, by default I don't want to show, just you can show at the time of clicking on the button. So how we can show at the time of clicking on the button? You can create one state variable constant is show loader. Okay, here you can write like set is show loader. Okay, here you can write like use state by default false. Okay, so you can use conditional rendering here. You can use conditional rendering is show loader. Okay, then only if it is true, then only you can show, otherwise don't show it. By default it's like false. When you want me to show, whenever he click on the submit button, right? Okay, here set is show loader is like true. Okay, anyway you are using like this much code. If you get any exceptions, you have to handle it or not, then you can go with the exception handling. Try catch, either exception raised or not raised. I don't want to show the loader, so that in the finally block, just I want to show set is show loader is like what? False. Set is show loader is like false. Now, if exception raised, my set output is like exception dot message. Whatever the exception message you can get it, that one you can show as a output. Okay. Now, by default, it's not visible. Use state. Okay, my prompt is like what? Uh, about use state hook. Now, if I click on the submit, okay. If I click on the submit, okay, it is like this or not. I want that loader in the middle. For that purpose, just you can go with this. Now, can I go to this model, make it like true? Okay, just I want to write some CSS. Okay, Now inspect it. This is the one, this is the image, this is the div. First of all, this div, I want to make it like, okay, entire screen has to occupy that div. So I can write like position fixed. I can write like position fixed, and my top 0, and my left 0, right 0, bottom 0, and my background is like black, and I can give the opacity is like 0.5 or something like this. Okay, this is my model. This is my model. Okay, this is my not model, mask. Okay, on top of this one, I need like something mask. So you can write my div, my class name equals to mask. Okay, here go to global.css. You can write like mask equals to something like this. Okay, na? The next one is like, okay, this is my image, right? This image also just I want, okay, position is like uh, fixed, top 0, left 0, right 0, bottom 0. Can I write like margin auto or something? Okay, now it is in the middle or not. Now can I copy this one? Can I copy this one? Just you can use, okay, mask greater than image. Okay, you can use any kind of CSS, that's not an issue. Okay, this is the one. Okay, now can I make this particular one by default is like false. By default is like false. Okay, now come here. Now refresh. Come here about use state hook. Now if I click on the submit, okay, my request is going. My request is going. Okay, once you get the response, now you can see the response like this or not. Yes or no? You can see the response like this or not. Now I want to ask multiple questions. Okay, about use state hook, about use ref hook, I'm asking. Now, whenever I ask about use ref hook, okay, now my use state gone. Now I have the use ref. But my requirement is like use state hook also I want, use ref also I want, until unless you refresh the page. Okay, so I want to maintain all question and answers. I want to maintain all question and answers. Then how we can, is simple. Whenever, okay, you get the output, you have to clear that input. Okay, can I clear it? How we can create with my prompt message? Whenever you get the output, whenever you get the output, I want to make it like empty. So whenever you get the output, my set to prompt should be empty. Okay, now come here. First thing is like if I click on the submit button, okay, once you get the output, my set prompt should be empty or not. Okay, about user state hook. Now if I click on the submit, if I click on the submit, now it's like empty. Now here I want a question and answer, question and answer like that. So the output you have to manage in different format. The output should be again one words as an array. Okay, you can ask one question or multiple questions, I don't know, so that my output is like an array. In the output, okay, the array of objects, question and answer like that I want. So that here my output, my set output is an array. My previous output also I want, my previous output also I want, and my next one, okay, and my next one I want to add here. What is my next one? My prompt is nothing but my question is nothing but your prompt. My answer is nothing but this one or not. My question and my answer. Okay, na? My question and my answer. Now you have the question and answer in the array format, so that here you can build your number of question and answers now. So if you have number of question and answers in React, okay, you can build, you can iterate that one using map. So my output dot map, okay, every time you can get your answer and your question, my question and answer, yes or no. Every time you can get like a question and answer. So here it's like an object, you can destruct it, you can destruct it. So here you can write return one para or one div, whatever you want, you can take it. Okay, you can take it here. Turn return. Here I want to add a question first, and after that just I want to add my answer. I want to add my answer. That's it. Now can you check it, will it work or not work? Now let me go to use about use state hook. Now if I click on the submit, one request is going to my Gemini model and get the response. Okay, it gives me an error. You can check what is that error. Objects are not valid. React child use an array instead of this one. Okay, something is wrong. Now come here, set output. Set output. Where is that? This is the output now. So the output, this is my question and this is my answer. That is okay, right? So here, okay, the map, every time you can get as your value comma index only, right? Okay, you can put the debugger, no issues. Output dot map, you can get the value and you can get the index. You can get the index. So here, when you can get this error, objects are not valid React children. Okay, question and answers. Okay, here only, right? You are getting the error. Okay, no issues. Here the val. First of all, check the index is like printing or not. Okay, just state hook. Now click on the submit. If you get the same error, we'll see. Okay, you are getting the same error, right? Question and answers we already know, right? Why you are getting same again? Keys, QUE and answer. Objects with keys, QE and answer if you mean to render the collection of children instead of array. Okay, I think somewhere this is the, can I put the debugger here? Okay, just check it. Can I inspect it? You can write like what you state about the state hook. Can I click on the submit? Okay, now you have this one, right? Now come here. Now my question is this one, my prompt is this one, my answer is this one. It's like an object in the array. Okay, this is what? Nothing is there. Okay, and this one is what? Question prompt. Okay, now what's wrong with this one? Set output. If you not use this one, but here, okay, here also output is there now. Okay, that is maybe causing an issue. The previous code only can use it. This one, can you remove it? This one, can you remove it? Now come here. You not deleted that. Yeah, but you delete that. Okay. Can I click on the submit? Now still my request is going. Now say about your state, hope you can get it or not. Now about use ref. Oh, now if I click on the submit, one more request is going to the server. Now this time, okay, my use state hook also should be there, and my use ref also should be there. Now my use state is there. About my use ref hook is there or not? About my use ref hook is there. Yes or no? You are maintaining or not? Got my point? All right, great. This is the way you can simply build one React application which is communicate with your Gemini model and you can get the output. Okay, now the same application, okay, the same code, okay, you can integrate wherever you want in your applications. For example, I have multiple applications over there. Okay, if you go to uijavakit.com, okay, if you go to any application, right, test, okay, now if you see this, you can ask any question. Okay, like here also you can ask any type of question, you can ask. Okay, the same code snippet we are using here or not? Okay, you can create one application, deploy that application in the iframe, just you can load that application, that's it. One application only I created, I deployed that application. Okay, in the iframe, wherever you want, in external application in the iframe I taken, just I load that particular url, or that particular URL. If you not deploy, and then you can write your, okay, the same code in different applications. Instead of writing the same code in different applications, create one application and deploy that application. That particular application you can load in your, okay, external applications. In the column schools, you can create one iframe. In the iframe you can load that particular, okay, application URL, so that you can see there. Understood, everyone? This is the way you can create one simple React application. Just you also try. I'm going to share this code and everything. Okay, let me share now itself. Okay, let me share that code. Where is our code? This is the one. Reveal in File Explorer. So this is the one. So you not required next and node modules. Okay, remaining code, the code and everything in the source folder only. I'm going to make it like zip. Okay, compress it to zip. React Gemini AI. Okay, and I want to share this workshop PPT also. So copy this and go to our folder. This is the one. Now these two are enough for you. Okay, compress it to zip file. Workshop. Okay, now can you go to this website? If you want to download, can you go to this website once? Okay, let me share that website with you. Okay, Let me share the website. Yeah, I shared that website. Can you go to that website and click on the notes section in the website? Click on the notes section. Are you able to click on it? Click on the notes section and just wait. Don't click anything. I'm deploying. I'm uploading. Yeah, click on the workshop. Okay, go to Kalam Schools. Click on the notes section. Click on the workshop. Click on the workshop. Okay, this is the content. Okay, I already shared. Download the class program. Okay, now once you downloaded this class program, if you open this one, you can see your workshop PPT and React Gemini AI one zip file. You can extract it. You can see the code. Okay, once you extract, how you can run, you can do npm install and then you can do npm run dev. Once you extract this one, do npm install command. Just run the npm install command and npm run dev command. You can run it so that you can say. So you can create your own Gemini API key. I'm going to delete that one so that it may not work for you. So you can create your own Gemini API key. Okay. So that API key you can use whenever you click on the button. Okay, here is there now and the page.js. Here, your own API key, you can use it. Your own API key, you can use it. Okay, now? You ready, everyone? Anyone have any questions? You can unmute and talk. Anyone have any questions?
Hi, good morning, sir.
Yep, good morning.
Sir, is this free API or paid API, sir?
It's like free one. Okay, there has some paid also there, but this is like free.
Thank
Okay.
you, sir.
Gemini 1.5 is there, right, bro? That is like free.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, you wrote pre and code
Yeah, that
HTML.
the same format. If you want the output, you are getting like output. Okay, actual format is like, okay, line by line and everything, right? Formatted output, the same format output. If you want, then the time you can go with the pre tag. Code is like, okay, just it is going to differentiate the color. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Sir, ChatGPT also use same
Yeah,
API?
same. ChatGPT also has their own, okay, models. Okay, free models, you can use it.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So I'm going to upload the video also. I'm going to upload the video also. Just you can go through that video. Okay. Okay. Just give me 1 minute. Okay. Okay. Once. Yeah. I'm going to upload here. I'm going to upload here. Okay. This is our YouTube channel. Just you can go through that. Within 10 minutes, we are going to upload. Okay. If you have time, just you can provide some review comments. Okay. As well as you can follow our LinkedIn profile also. Okay, I already shared this PPT. Okay, just you can do it if you have time. Okay, then thank you guys. Thanks for joining. We'll update you the next workshop. We have next workshop on, okay, the same, but by using Python we can do it. Okay, that is our next workshop.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
we'll update. Thank you guys.